No, I fundamentally believe that nothing will happen to the CEU. Because Viktor Orbán is going to do exactly what he always does in such a situation. Whenever he runs into trouble with the Commission, and the Commission threatens action, and it has done so on the CEU, then he pulls back, and he will pull back on the CEU. He's currently in exchange with the Commission on the education bill, well, law really. And at the end of the day, I'm relatively convinced that you will be safe.
In Budapest.
I can't. Yeah, of course, in Budapest, because he also realizes that it would be supreme defeat if the institution survived, but in Arad or in Vilnius or in I don't know where, would be tantamount to humiliation. But on the other hand, no. The thing with him is, and that makes our situation so tricky as well. Whenever he oversteps a red line, and it is made clear to him that this was a red line, he manages to pull back behind the red line, and that he will do with the CEU as well. It is made clear to him that if he remains over the line, that will have consequences for him. He doesn't want the consequences, therefore he's going to step back behind the line, because the consequences at the end of the day are very simple, and we have to make it clear to him that we're now going to draw them anyway. This is not about sanctioning according to the formal wording of Article 7. This is not about loss of voting rights. Loss of voting rights you can live with. Anyway, the interesting thing is in the Council of Ministers, Hungary has, I think, a loyalty record of voting with the rest of close to 99%. So 99% of the time, Fidesz is Brussels.
Always.
And therefore must be stopped, or something like that. I mean, in fact, they are really extremely loyal in the sense that they go along with most policies. Well, nearly everything. A tiny minority not. But what would hurt would be if the structural funds were suddenly gone. After all, we're talking about 5 billion euros a year right now. And 5 billion euros a year right now are close to 5% of GDP right now. If we included in the resolution, excuse me, it was maybe Freudian, but it was still a lapsus. If we included in the resolution, which we're about to act upon in the May session in Strasbourg, a clear reference to structural funds, and believe me, we will include that, he will get the message. He will. And the CEU will be safe.